Hiya, listening ghouls. Wow.
Hi, how's it going?
Welcome
Anyway.
to Mercy's. Wait, what did we decide it was called?
God.
Say what it was called and zoom into it. Merciless movie reviews. That.
Okay. Welcome back to Massey's Merciless Movie Reviews. I don't know.
Insert scary laugh.
Insert scary laugh here. We can edit that on Snapchat.
Yeah, don't worry. So this video starts because Mercy comes into her parents' rooms and she says,
And I says
You know what
to
I-
him, I said,
you know what I've been thinking about? Vampires. And we say, no shit.
Yep.
And she goes, well, I've been thinking about how vampires need, an age of consent.
Yeah, they need age of consent laws.
And go.
Okay, so vampires. In every single vampire movie, for some reason, there's always a 100-year-old vampire who falls in love with a teenager. And in the worst of cases, aka Near Dark 1987, there's a 100-year-old vampire who is in the body of a 12-year-old boy who falls in love with a 10-year-old girl.
Ew.
Which is really weird! I know!
Not
for
okay.
some reason, the vampire movies decide that just because the vampire looks that age, it's fine to be dating someone that age, which is not true and illegal. And I think that vampires should have an age of consent law. I know that they can't really make laws if they're not really a country or whatever, but they should have at least societally acceptable situations
Coven
age
to
gaps.
coven understanding of rules.
Yeah.
Right?
Their covens can make as many laws as they want, so why aren't we making age of consent laws? I think that these vampires are a little bit corrupt, and they might be bad people. This is shocking. I know most people have never thought of this
American
before.
vampires.
American vampires!
So what do you propose as Empress of the Council of Vampires? What do you propose as far as the age of consent for vampires?
It depends on the age you were turned, but not really here. It sounds weird, but I'm gonna
Wow.
Canceled.
Canceled.
Canceler.
Hello, the media.
But it kind of depends on the age that you were turned, I guess. Because if you're a kid vampire, you're just never gonna date unless it's another kid vampire. I'm sorry, that's your situation, you know. If you were turned when you were a teenager, for some reason movies think it's fine to be 100 and dating a teenager, I think that vampires should just date vampires, alright? And that would sound crazy if we weren't talking about vampires and we were talking about something else. But it works with vampires because that, makes sense. So vampires and werewolves should date each other. I know that they hate each other, but enemies to lovers is the best trope. Anyway.
Enemies to lovers.
It has all the good tropes. Vampires and werewolves have all the good tropes, alright? I'm just saying, Edward and Jacob should have gotten together in Twilight.
Dude,
That's my take on the
solved.
Twilight movies. It would have solved everything. Everything.
Team Jacob.
I am Team Edcub all the way. I don't know if they even have a ship name, because I don't think that's a real ship. But if
They
it
do
is,
now.
power to the Edcub shippers or whatever. Okay.
Making
what
that
were we
shirt
talking about?
right now. Oh, we were talking about you setting the rules.
Oh,
Other
yeah,
than
okay.
vampires should be marrying werewolves.
Yeah,
But
that
what is
too.
what are the consent laws for vampires in your dream
We'll get
world?
back on track.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're a kid vampire, you're just never gonna date anyone unless it's another kid vampire. Sorry, you are cursed to never love anyone ever. For some people, that might be the best thing ever, but I feel like for most people, it's not.
I can handle it.
Mom can handle it.
I can do it.
Then if you're you were turned when you were a teenager, you're still in a weird situation. I feel like if you were turned as an older teenager, then there's a chance that it would be socially acceptable to date someone in their late 20s, I guess, because most older teenagers can pass as 20-year-olds at this point. So I feel like that could be vaguely socially acceptable, because it's way above 18. If you're dating over 25, that's over 18. I know, shocking, hot take, guys. 25 is way older than 18.
See, but there should be a formula of the age you were when you were turned plus blank number within that is the acceptable range of dating vampirism.
I don't know what
No?
Pythagoras' theorem is, but this is like the Pythagoras theorem for vampires. I haven't
For
learned it
dating
yet.
vampires.
But if you were turned at like 30, if you were turned 30 and above, then that's where it's just like free for all. You know, you could date as old as you want as long as it's over 30.
That's not even just vampires. That's humans too.
Yeah, but like with vampires, if you're gonna be 200, still kind of weird to be dating a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
But you were turned
Ew.
over 30, so if you're dating someone who's like 40 or 50, it's fine. It's whatever.
Yeah.
It's like
It's such a
Yeah.
gray area.
such
But
a...
we don't want to leave room for, not gray
Yeah.
areas.
So, I guess what I'm saying here is if you're turned over 30, which I feel like the majority of vampires probably were, because why do we always see teenage vampires? Are vampires randomly attacking teenagers? That's weird.
Wow.
That's really weird.
There's a bigger problem than consent here.
There's
people.
a bigger problem here, guys. They're going after the teenagers. We gotta save the children. We gotta save the children from the devil. But yeah, like, if you're a vampire and you were turned over 18, I'm going with that. If you date anyone above 25 to 30, then it's a free-for-all. You can do whatever the hell you want, I guess.
But what about all those 16-year-old super hot high school vampires?
That's not
So-
a good thing to be
So,
saying, Mom.
Who should Bella be dating?
What?
Who should Bella? What
Oh,
kind
I
of
thought you
an
said
age?
you should Bella be dating.
Bella, y'all should be dating.
Okay.
No, who? So are Edward and Bella an acceptable couple? We all know that Reneskefeld and Jacob are not age appropriate.
That's a whole.
species
That is a
appropriate.
whole other video that we
Appropriate.
could be doing
I
right
know.
now. Whole other video. Okay.
But no. Let's go back. Bella and Edward, age appropriate or not age
No.
appropriate?
It's not age appropriate.
Wow.
She's under 18 when they first meet.
Mhm.
It's not age appropriate anymore. Okay?
Yeah.
That's not good. Let's not do that, okay? Hot take, we should not be letting the I'm talking to you now. We should not be letting the vampires date the teenagers. That's weird. Stop doing that. Anyway, I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
No, you nailed it. That's what. It is an infuriating topic.
Perfect.
Hot take.
But
Love
yeah,
it.
like
What? So, what's your synopsis? What's today's lesson? What's the?
today's lesson is vampires should probably have age of consent laws because that would solve a lot of the problems in every vampire movie, especially Twilight, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have solved everything.
Yeah.
Really.
No turning
If
vampires
Jacob wasn't
to
a
18.
total creep who decided to marry a 9-year-old who looked 27,
No.
then maybe we wouldn't have any problems with the series. Sure, it's bad, but at least in the first couple of movies, Jacob wasn't trying to date a 9-year-old.
This isn't about Jacob. This is about Edward and Bella. Okay, and their forbidden love, and somehow
Their
it
love
was
should be
cute.
forbidden.
I know.
Their love should be
It's
forbidden.
called illegal.
He broke into her house and watched her sleep.
They should have
That's
gone.
so weird.
They should have gone Interview with the Vampire on Edward's ass. Just saying.
Yes.
They should have.
They should have. Ugh. Edward, okay. Hot take. I think that Edward Cullen should have died in the end of the first movie. Or the beginning of the movie. You know when he's trying to go
He
and...
should have just died.
You know when he's trying to save Bella from that car? I think that car should have had wooden stakes on it. Because that dude was a freaking doomsday prepper or something. I don't know. We don't care. I think that car should have crashed into Edward when he jumped to try and save Bella. So he pushed Bella out of the way, but then he got crushed between the cars and he died. And then Bella could grow up to be a beautiful young woman, and then once it was age appropriate, she would get turned into a vampire and she would date Alice. The end! Twilight's good now.
I think where my tiny child is going is they want to see fan fiction of Bella's dad solving crimes with the car with the wooden stakes stuck on
I
the
do
front of
want to
it,
see that.
right?
Can you imagine though, like Charlie and Carlisle, vampire and
Carlisle.
doctor, Carlisle, vampire doctor, a crime-fighting duo, trying to solve the mystery of who killed Carlisle's adopted son because it was a hit and run.
Boom!
I just yelled that, by the way. Sorry, guys.
Love it. So Charlie and Carlisle, mystery solvers. Wait, what is the movie we're pitching? We already proved that Vampire Age of
Mystery
Consent
Incorporated.
is pretty cut and dry.
Carlisle Mystery Incorporated. The end. We win.
Love
we
it.
win.
We all win.